Biggest story in this one is just how dominant his pitching has been, Singy. He's been in complete control in recent starts.
So much confidence on the bump, Boog, painting corners, changing speeds. He's been an absolute nightmare for would-be hitters.
Yeah, back in the day, ain't no love given.
It's the Philadelphia Phillies going up against the Atlanta Braves. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Showing the slab in today's game, Spencer Strider. Chris, it's a little more common these days, but still, he's a strikeout per inning type of guy.
Well, I hear you about the strikeouts. A lot more guys striking out today, but when you consider having the ability to get that strikeout, particularly when you needed a man on third, less than 2 outs, situations where, yeah, maybe you're not a real high strikeout guy, but just knowing you have the swing and miss stuff in a big spot, I think it's real critical, and he's got it.
And that's how this series begins.
First pitch, 7:15.
That one blasted deep to right. Carrying well. It's out of here. The first batter of the game leaves the yard, and the Phillies take the lead. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Well, you got to love a game that brings some action from the jump, and at the plate he was looking for a pitch to absolutely drive. And you know, leadoff hitters aren't up there anymore just working the count, trying to get on. They're looking to make some noise and do some damage.
Bryce Harper, the next to hit, takes ball one.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
That one missed.
The real threats are coming up. Already giving up a home run in this inning. It's going to really have to bear down.
Swing and a foul out of play. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in game one of this 3-game set. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone. Time call. The 2-2 will have to wait just a second. The 2-2. And that just misses. Challenge from behind the dish here. And it's a called strike after the review. They'll keep both their challenges. Way out front for strike 2. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. That's out number 2. Take a look at the lineup. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, JT Realmuto. JT Realmuto in the box now. No balls and a strike. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
2 down, nobody on. Ground ball up the middle. Wisely fires over to first, and Realmuto is out, and that is that. The Phillies get one by way of the long ball. It's now a 1-0 ball game. This is NL. Stepping in, Jurickson Profar.
That's a ball. Ball.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And there's one down. Okay, let's check out the lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, against a talented pitcher, it's crucial to disrupt his rhythm. Use bunts to get him off the mound and moving around out there. If he's in a flow, step out and break his timing. When he throws in the zone, you might only get one pitch, so you don't want to miss it.
And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And you know, if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever, if they do at all.
Just missed. And that's ball four.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw. Tag. Ow. A bullet from JT Realmuto.
Such a quick and fast swing of emotions right there. You get the runner on with the walk, which is great, but then picks a bad pitch to go on, and you just erase the free pass that you were issued. I understand you want to be aggressive, you want to try to get in the scoring position, but you just have to be a little smarter there.
In the dirt, ball one. And down on strikes. That's the inning. Back here in Atlanta, second inning set to go. Alec Bohm stands in for the Phillies. Yeah, that's fouled off. Strider. This is his 30th start of the season, and he was drafted in the 4th round in 2020. That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Ball two.
The 2-2 now. And there's a ball. Time called now before the payoff pitch. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. And a big swing and a miss. Comes up empty.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Ball one.
A little out front there as he swings through it. And now the count is full. And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. Towards first, and that one handled. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Bottom of the inning, now in for the Braves, Sean Murphy.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Next offering in there for a strike. That is strike two. Clyde Washington doing the umpiring behind the dish in this one. Sometimes considered a bit of a pitcher's umpire, Singy.
He likes the low ball, which traditionally favors pitching, but you know, hitters today are pretty good at dropping their barrel down, so we'll see how it goes in this one. He's really
Ball two.
tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Some heat there at 98 miles an hour.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
That one fouled off. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Leon should have this one. And there's 2 away. Dom Smith stands in. He's been a great free agent sign. Gets down, base hit, and that extends the inning.
Good start for him to this ball game tonight. And I always talk about it. Get a knock in your first at bat. It just makes your confidence at such a higher level for the potential of having a big night. Well, it looks like they want to be real patient with him today. Make him come in the zone. Challenge these hitters. Make him work hard for his outs.
Ball two.
Many times teams come in knowing that he can strike out the house. They're very aggressive because they don't want to fall into a 2-strike count.
Fouled off left side. Smith off of first with 2 away. In the dirt. Had a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. Welcome back. Last series, the pitching was not good as we take a check of the numbers. He's in the top 10 for most stolen bases in baseball right now, Siggy. You can't ignore him when he gets on base. The 0-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Here's a 1-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Ball.
Just look at his recent stretch of games. He's done a good job of getting hits with runners in scoring position. This guy's delivering hits when his team needs him most.
Pitch misses, and the count is 3-1. And there's ball 4.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
So the Philly batting order turns over, and the batter will be the shortstop, Trey Turner. Here goes the runner. Pitch misses. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Couldn't have picked a better pitch to go on. It looked like he was going no matter what, but you steal.
Runner goes again. Pitch in for a strike, and that's a stolen base, not even close.
Well, sometimes stealing third base can be tough, especially if that shortstop or second baseman are making some noises, moving towards the bag, try to make you think that you've got to stay close. Well, they didn't do a very good job of that. Get a comfortable lead, got a
laser to the gap, should score the run. In to score from third, and they lead by 2. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Well done, drives in the run. Anytime you can drive a ball into the gap the other way, it feels so good, and that's when you know you're right where you need to be at the.
He's trying for third. Strike in there. Throw to third. Save.
Well, maybe he thought he should have gone for a triple instead of a double and just decided, I'm going to take third this way. Definitely using his legs to his advantage right here.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Time called. Chance to collect himself down 0-2. One away with a runner at third. We're here in the top half of inning number 3.
Oh.
That one to first. Run scores, but a terrific play to get the out. And Kyle Schwarber will come up.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
That's the ball.
Swinging a foul straight back. Hit hard, but foul off to the left. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, struck him out. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Phillies 3 and the Braves nothing. This is NL East baseball here on MLB The Show. Back at Truist Park, let's check out some notable Cy Young candidates so far this year.
Replay, babe, you can come and get it. My team stay ready, we the best, don't forget it. Pick a side, no straddling the line. You can check the scoreboard, man, the numbers don't lie. Nice try, kid.
Yes.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
On the ground, right side. Harper takes it to the bag. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
Second baseman, Mauricio Dubon.
And first offering is fouled off. Hammered down the right side, but foul. This one in the air right field. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. So now back to the top of the order. Back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Here's the switch hitting left fielder Jurickson Profar. Ground ball could be 2. Kemp to second, on to first, double play, and that's the inning. 1 hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. 3 innings complete. It's the Phillies 3 and the Braves nothing. This is Phillies baseball on the show Northeast. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Ain't taking my time, fast money is late. Show me why you fine. Don't waste no time, just shake that waistline. You know who I be, up in VIP. They want a VIP, they want stay.
The other way, this one could be trouble, and that one's going to get into the corner. Relay to second, and he's got a leadoff double in the 4th.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Here comes the throw. Safe. And the runner from second scores on the play. And it's 4-0. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Spencer Strider won't go any further, and he's not going to be happy with himself. New pitcher on the mound in a moment. Here comes a new arm for the Braves, Grant Holmes.
Well, home runs have been a problem this year. Not doing a great job keeping the ball in the yard so far this season, so we'll see if that factors in.
And the batter now, Pedro Leon in the dirt. This one in the air right field. And no one can get there. Boom. Around second, headed for third. Coming home. In to score from first. In there.
Safe.
He's safe.
He quickly went from hitter to base runner. Love when guys make that transition, and he's got speed to put on a show.
Foul ball there. Runner at third, nobody out. Top half of inning number 4. Inside, almost got him.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Breaking ball, and that got him.
Up next for Philadelphia.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. Otto Kemp stands in for the Phillies. Runner takes off. Pitch misses. Throw, save.
They are being real aggressive to put some runs on the board, get 2 runners now in the scoring position. Excellent job of stealing second base and staying out of a potential double play.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. One runs in, hits the top of the wall. The run comes in from second. It's a 2-run single. It's 7-0.
Philadelphia. Center fielder, Justin Crawford.
Well, these Phillies really impressing me with the quality of their bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. That's a big number on the
runner on the move. Pitch in for a strike. Throw there. Safe.
Well, I'm sure that steal will raise a couple of eyebrows because of this big lead, but I think it's more respect for their opponent, knowing that they've got to continue to add on if they're going to win this game. Don't take it as an offense. Take it as a sign of respect.
Man at second. And he chases that one. One down.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with a high fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective.
Runner takes off. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That gets by him. Runner from second crosses the plate.
Up next for Philadelphia, first baseman Bryce Harper.
So a man at first. Here comes Bryce Harper. Turner runs. That's in for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball.
But with a good arm behind the dish, it's definitely a roll of the dice here to try to steal second base. Man, he can zip it.
Runner on the go again. Hauls it in. Runner pretty far from second. And they got it. Couldn't make it back in time. But they tack on 5 runs. And midway in the 4th, it's the Phillies 8 and the Braves nothing. Back here in Atlanta, on fire coming in, and man, he's still sizzling in this one.
Great command of his pitches. He's the whole package. If you're building a prototype in the lab, it probably looks a lot like this.
Foul ball. And Chris, his home run numbers this season are good enough to rank him in the top 10 in the league. That clips the corner.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Man aboard on the leadoff single.
That's a ball.
Outside
That's
low,
low.
and it's 2-0. Line drive, he brings it down. Nice play.
Wow, that was an awesome leaping catch. Great reactions, great athleticism, and he snatched that thing out of the air, and he
Acuna runs. Throw to second, out of bounds, safe.
You know, having a good lead is so key when you're stealing bases, even if you've got great speed. But if you don't have great speed but can get an extended lead and a good jump, you can steal bases on a catcher who can really throw it. That's a nice job right there.
The 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. One out and a runner at second. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Got him looking for the K. And that's 4 strikeouts. Austin Riley at the plate. On the ground right side. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. 1 left for Atlanta. Still 8-0.
Just like a real for real. Gotta re-up the deal. We got the mass appeal. Whole lot of facts on facts on facts on facts on facts for real.
Now pitching.
We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Ian Hamilton. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Late swing, foul to the left.
You know, these Phils putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
0-2 now. Set down on strikes. He's got to be frustrated with that call. He'll challenge, thought that was a ball. And that one did miss. And the strike is overturned. Still 2 challenges left for them. Way inside. Swing and a miss at 96. Struck him out. 1 out. The Braves bullpen has some activity. Joey Wentz, a left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. And ball 1.
Obviously, this type of run production isn't exactly sustainable game to game, but it's a good sign that a lot of hard work's been paying off.
The Phils up big in this one, and we're at the top of the 5th. Strike 2. Time called. Hamilton on the mound for the 90th time this season. He joined the team as a free agent. This ball's chopped on the ground. Dubon. And the first 2 set down to the top of the 5th.
Up next for Philadelphia.
2 down, bases empty. Here's the third baseman, Alec Bohm, a former first-round pick, and he's really turned into a nice everyday player. Slider right there.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
And that is out of play. The 0-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side of the 5th. It's the Phillies 8 and the Braves nothing. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Here's the 0-2.
Ball.
And that's a strikeout looking. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Well, he throws him with the changeup right there, and I think he was so geared up for fastball once he recognized that it was. Off speed. He just wasn't able to make an adjustment. So a really good strikeout, and pitcher just won the battle.
Ball. Ball.
That one hit to right. Marsh settles under this one. 2 away.
Up next for the Braves, center fielder
Eli White next up for the Braves. He's 0 for 1. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touched it.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. Foul ball still 0-2.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. This is Phillies baseball on the show Northeast. We're back, and here's a look at how we got to this stage of the game.
You make my heart beat like a bass drum. You make my soul sing like the morning sun. You make the earth shake like an earthquake. You make the world go round, babe.
Pedro Leon
Leading off for
will hit
Philadelphia,
next.
left fielder Pedro Leon.
Cut on and missed 96 with that fastball. Fought off foul.
O2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. And there's one away.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Now a fly ball to right center. White has a beat on it. 2 down. Here comes the manager. They turn things over to the southpaw, Joey Wentz.
He's averaging more than 1 hit allowed per inning pitched this season, and that's not where you want to be at all. So we'll see how he does here.
Up the middle. Oh, look at the stop. Throw to first, and very nicely done for the out. Phillies down in order as the lead holds at 8-0. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year.
Oh, ball one.
Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Pretty close, but it was a ball. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. And the 1-0. Fouled off left side. Here's a 1-1. And a foul ball. The 1-2.
There we go.
Started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, and that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Strike. Woo.
The 0-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Strikeout number 8. And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. Leads the league in batting average with only a handful of games left on the schedule, closing in on a batting title. That one fouled off. Nobody in his team has scored more runs than he has this season, Singy. Hard hit right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
rotation, spacing out. Then we took the lions out. The rap game of giant. Frame shot to the top. Pop shots to the melodies. Are you scared of me?
Back to the mound. He's got it. On to first. One pitch and one out.
Up next for Philadelphia, shortstop Trey Turner.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Ripped, but it curls foul. And the lefty with the 0-1. That one inside. Look out. In the air to left center. White on the move to the alley. Pulls it down and he makes the catch.
Up next for
And there's two down.
First baseman Bryce Harper.
No, that's a ball.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. This one in the air, center field. White settles underneath it, and that is that. Phillies go down. Back at Truist Park, he was lights out in recent outings, and we're seeing much of the same today, Singing.
Yeah, excellent command and an overall confidence out there on the mound. He's not just pitching well, he's setting the tone game after game.
The 0-1.
Ball.
Hard on the ground to first. He takes it on his own, and the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th. So here's Murphy now.
Usually when a pitcher's had a dominant outing, he has filled up the strike zone and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strikes. Well, that's exactly what this guy has done in this one. Over 70% first pitch strikes.
The Phillies up big in this one. Here at the bottom of the 7th. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, Boog. Get back on track. His team needs him.
The 0-1. comes up empty. That's strike 2.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able.
Threw it by him. A swing and a miss at the fastball to end the inning. Still in total command on the mound with 7 shutout innings. This is Phillies baseball on the show Northeast.
A big dance, I like to. I fall in love with you every night.
We're at the top of the 8th. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Up now, top 5 in RBIs for a reason. A true finisher.
Yeah, and he keeps his approach simple and drives in runs like clockwork, Boog. Every opportunity, it seems like he's converting.
Up next for Philadelphia, catcher JT Realmuto.
More ribbies than some teams in this league. Unbelievable production.
Yeah, he doesn't snack, he feasts, especially with ducks on the pond.
That one way inside. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Another 1-2. In the air, center field. White under it. 2 up, 2 down. Here comes a skipper. On the mound now, Jose Suarez.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Out into left center for a line drive base hit. And that keeps the inning going. So up next, Pedro Leon. Runner on the go. Ball outside. Throw bounces, and he's in there safely with the stolen base.
Pretty close play on that one. A perfect throw probably gets him. That throw is just a little wide to the third base side of the bag, so he had to reach a little bit to get it.
Runner goes again. Swing, and he popped it up. Olsen under it. And that's the 3rd out. It's the Phillies 8 and the Braves nothing.
Here comes the mic when I come through. Here comes the mic when I come through.
This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
Singy, were you superstitious as a player?
I'd say a little bit, Dan. I wouldn't want to admit it, but I think, you know, you have a good game the next day. You're maybe thinking a little bit when you're putting your spikes on. Which one did I put on first? What did I eat? You know, let me just bring that back into today.
So you weren't superstitious, you were a little stitious.
Yes, I was medium stitious.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2.
We've got some superstitions up here in the booth, and you never can say, hey, this game's going really fast early in the ball game.
Ball 1.
Yeah, that is one of the ways that we are capable of putting the jinx on the game, is talking about how fast the game is going. That normally will grind it to a screeching halt.
No question.
Makes the catch, 1 down.
Up next for the Braves, the shortstop, Brad Wisely.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Jesus Luzardo will depart. Great effort out of him as he exits in line for the win. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we get back.
Now pitching for
Taijuan Walker on a pitch out of the pen here.
And if you dig into his walk rate, his numbers are really impressive. He's really filled up the strike zone this season, so these batters better be ready to swing the bats.
Slapped hard the other way, but foul. Walker, a former All-Star, 33 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2010. slinging it to first in time.
Up next for the Braves.
2 outs, base is empty. Eli White next up for the Braves.
White.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
Line drive. And foul ball. Stays alive. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And a swing and a miss. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. Back in Atlanta, Truist Park. And now for the Phillies, Brandon Marsh. That one to first. Olsen handles the chance. He'll do it himself. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for Philadelphia, second baseman Otto Kemp.
Smoked on the ground, a second. Throw on to Olsen. He's out. 2 down, base is empty. And now the center fielder, Justin Crawford. Right side, Dubon. Sends it to first, and that's the inning. Back here in Atlanta, so now to the plate for Atlanta, Mauricio Dubon. Out towards right center field, Marsh on the move to the gap. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out. This one in the air, center field. Crawford settles underneath it, and there's 2 away. So it's their last chance in this one. Here's Acuna. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
He was all over that one. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Ball 2.
One now. In the air, right field, Marsh moving under this one, and he's got it. Ball game. And the Phillies take game 1 of the series on the road.
Well, we saw complete domination in this one. The offense exploded for a blowout, and then the pitching staff nails, locked down the opponent. This team did everything right today.
8-0 is how this one ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Can I tell you about the sun? Can I make you believe that in the summer when they burn it, don't burn out the leaves? Look at me staying on keeping the healthiest sheen. That's how our function could be. Start this production with me. We come on time with a band. Music composed with a jam. L-O-V-E, love. And that's word to plug 2 to J.D. Dub. My round is door. And now he resides.